Shut up and sit down.
Yeah, okay. Welcome back to another episode of the Bias Effect Podcast. It's your girl, Nikki.
It's QJ.
And we're here for another comeback episode. You know it. It's that time of year. It's end of year for these comebacks, anyway. And the theme would describe with these comebacks. It felt like there's a lot of Christmas in this. And there's also a lot of like shows, like end of year shows type of thing. So we'll talk about that too.
Yeah. But I think this comeback episode's coming at it's gonna be like mid-January, so like we're a little behind on the December thing, but like it was the holidays, so give us a little grace. We might be talking about Christmas songs for a little bit for like mid-January. Yeah. A lot of singles though. Like when I was looking through the list again, there's only like one album, and technically it's a single album, so like we don't really have there wasn't really a lot of albums at the end of the year.
Which I guess does line up with now that we've like, it's kind of our first real this time of year being into the K-pop.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, because I feel like I'm already seeing full albums in like January, February, March. So it's like right at the beginning of the year is when all the stuff comes, and then by the end of the year everyone's like, okay, you can have like a song.
And like it seems a big thing is the shows. Like it seems like there's always a festival, there's always some kind of thing at the end of the year, so
let's get into it.
Let's get into it. Well, you added this first one, so why don't you go first?
Oh yeah, December 10th, Jin from GOT7 had a Christmas song I listened to for the Christmas vibes, and because I think around that time we were talking about GOT7 a lot.
Yeah.
It had a music video as well. It was like a cute. I have like a Christmas playlist also, which I've expanded to have regular Christmas music and K-pop Christmas music on it. So I did make the Christmas list this year. It was like a nice little upbeat song. I don't really know what to expect from Jin. Like I don't know if he's like a singer or rapper or whatever his like role in the group is, but it was like kind of an upbeat song. The music video was cute, but it was one of those ones where it's just they're just like alone in like a space singing, doing whatever. But all I wrote was that he had a cute fuzzy pink sweater, so
Well, great. Must be a win there. I also took a look at The Boys had a Christmas kind of album release on the 6th, I think. It was like 3 songs, so called Still Love You. The first song, The Season, was a Christmas song. It was pretty cute. But the other two I know
Boys.
we're not really classic The Boys, it's true. They have one great song, but Still Love You was kind of, I feel like, you know when Stray Kids do their Stay songs?
Oh yeah.
Where it's like, oh, I love you, Stay. Like, you know, it felt like it was like that, but it was just not hitting for me. Because I guess, well, I'm not a part of The B anymore. That's also their group name, is The B. So,
Sure.
But there is one point in the lyrics where they say, if you hate yourself, I can still love you. When I hate myself, could you love me too? Yeah, and I was like, I don't like this. I just don't like that. Just love yourself in general. It's okay, let's just not try to... Anyway, but so I was like, okay, I get what they're trying to do, but I wasn't vibing with it. And then their last song was Together Forever. It was a basic ballad. So, anyway, that's The Boys. I did quickly look into that, so...
I think the first big one was the EXO music video, though, for December.
Yeah.
December 14th. EXO's back, baby.
I wasn't expecting it at all, either. It was like a full music video, full song. I realized, though, it was a Christmas song, basically. Because I was listening to the lyrics, or like the subtitles on the music video, and they say, a season when small wishes come true. So I'm like, oh, I think it's a Christmas song. So I feel like that's why they released it. Although, EXO's concept is wild. Like, I know they are supposed to be like an actual alien group. That's their whole vibe. They're from exoplanet or whatever. But like for a Christmas song or a winter season song, that's a wild music video. They're like all over space and time but it's kind of cute. They're trying to get back to be with each other for Christmas.
I mean, yeah, it was a cute music video. Like, everyone looked, like, super cute in it. It was just, like, such a slow jam that, like,
yeah.
I kind of, like, for, like, the first EXO song to be dropped to come back, I kind of wanted, like, a banger. But it was still cute.
But they do have, we'll talk about later, but they did perform at one of the end-of-year shows, and they did put in one of their new singles in there. And it is a banger, okay? So... this was Christmas, just for the vibes.
I think December 14th, that was also when they did their fan meeting. It was like the 13th and the 14th, I'm pretty sure. So I guess it like lines up with the whole vibe from that.
It does. It does seem like that, doesn't it?
Anyway, they looked cute. The song was just fine though.
Yeah, it was okay. On the 15th though. Another big comeback for you. You're man.
It's so funny because like, probably like a couple weeks before this, I was thinking that like, he's not an idol anymore. Like he's just like some weird athlete guy. He doesn't do music. Like how can he even call himself an idol anymore? But then finally he's like dropped a song. But we got a single from Minho from SHINee called Tempo with a music video. I was like, when I was watching it, I was like, I definitely think he's just like a purely like pretty face bias to me because like I didn't really like the song. Like it wasn't bad. It was like kind of like R&B-ish style, I guess. Like kind of a jammy song, but it just like wasn't really for me. But like the video, I was like, this looks great. He looks great.
That is funny because it definitely, of all your biases, I would say he is the most not aligned musically anyway for you. I feel like. Yeah.
I mean, I like some of his older album. I like the song Heartbreak, like, a lot. Like, it's, like, one of my favorite songs. But, like, that's the only one. Everything else, I'm like, it's fine, I guess. Like, it's not, none of it's bad. It's just, like, nothing that I would listen to.
Yeah.
I just like to look at him, I guess.
Fair enough. Yeah, like, I didn't mind the chorus of the song. I kind of liked the, I'll go your tempo, blah, blah, blah. Like, it was okay. Like, if it came on, I'd just let it play. I wouldn't, like, skip it or anything, But I wouldn't go to it either. So.
I just was like, it was nice to see him actually release music after so long. Like, if you follow him on Instagram, it's just all gym stuff. And I'm like, it's nice to see, like, a song from an idol once in a while.
Yeah. And I think we were also talking about, like, he's doing, like, all the, like, TikTok or Instagram challenges, too. I'm like, oh, yeah, he's a full idol doing all the idol stuff again.
Yeah.
But the only, like, again, yeah, it was fine for me, but in the actual music video, he did have, like, a suit, like, he was wearing a suit dance sequence, but it was, like, Bam Bam just did Dancing by Myself, and it gave that vibe, and I was like, well, you're kind of, so yeah, it felt very, basic, maybe is the best way to put it, although those green pants, though, those were, something. He had, like, green, like, sweatpants, but like the ones that are like crinkly, like I forgot how you talk. You know what I mean, right?
Yeah. Like almost like when I was a kid, we used to call them like splash pants.
Splash pants,
that's,
yes.
Like, right.
Yeah, no, that's same in where we grew up too. So that, if anyone understands that term, they're like that.
Splash pants are.
Yeah, let us know in the comments down below. If you grew up with splash pants. But yeah, they were like green splash pants and he was wearing like a black top and I'm like, this is okay, whatever. That's a choice. Yeah. Whatever you say, pretty man.
Yeah,
we'll
basically
watch
I was
you.
like, looks great. Thanks for joining the culture again.
Thanks for being here. But let the solo work go to Key. Let's just say that. Okay, the next one though. Next one was a tried and true Christmas song from Day 6. Love them. By the way, side note, they had the most streams in South Korea on YouTube. Day 6. Shocking to me. Yeah. So anyway, just thought that was interesting. So Daesung popping off, I guess.
I guess. Maybe it's like one of those things where it's like the most banned streams, or like, you know, how they like, people always like subcategorize it.
Yeah, but it was like, I think Jenny was in the list too. I don't know. It was interesting. It was anyway. It was interesting. So
I mean, pop off.
Daesung. Yeah, I guess first time. But yeah, all I'm trying to say is people love Daesung. Like I love them. Don't get me wrong, but like people love Daesung. Anyway, Christmas song, loving the Christmas. Very cute. Loved it, of course.
Yeah,
we
I
loved
loved it too. It was such a cute video. It was like Toy Story vibes, like. This little girl, or this girl's like old like reindeer toy was like sad, and these like alien. I think the aliens, like little alien plushies, were like trying to like get him to leave, but he didn't want to. And then the girl came back, and he was like, "This is why I didn't leave," basically, because she like still loves him or whatever. Like it was just so cute. It was like pure like Christmas Toy Story vibe.
It was, yeah, and I actually can't because when stuff like that is too cute, like I actually get way too emotional about it. So it was too much because I keep thinking, it is the Toy Story effect. I wrote the same thing, Toy Story vibe, because when Toy Story first came out, I was a kid, but I still, to this day, will be like, are my toys alone? Are my toys sad? So it's like awful. So anyway, I had the same thing with when I was watching this. I was like, oh my god, I'm just so sad watching this because I don't want to. But it ends fine and it's nice, and the animation was very nice too. It was very nice, and I'm sure you knew this, but the 4 alien stuffies are there. Yeah, each band
like
members
animal
representation.
They're Fursonas.
For yes, it was their Fursonas. So yeah, that was yeah, I really liked it. And the song itself, it was a really good song. I can't.
Great Christmas song.
Yeah, it was. We do love Daesung in this family, so it was great. It was a little surprise too. I don't think when we first put our notes together, I don't think it was in the mix, and then later in the month we're like, oh yeah, it's here.
Perfect.
Perfect. Exactly, perfect. And then another one of your man. A few of your men in here. Okay.
I guess. There was a remix for a G-Dragon song from his album, Too Bad, featuring Anderson .Paak. He did a remix with Alan Walker. I think I was like away when this dropped, and I was like, I just want to like make sure that I listen to it when I get back. So we put it on the list, but like there wasn't that much to say about it. It's the same song, but just like with a new beat underneath. I do really like this song, and like the Alan Walker beat underneath was like fun, but like I could go for either version. Yeah,
I didn't know this was an original song before. Like it was like his own song before, and all I wrote was a vibe. So I probably would like, again, I haven't gone into the G-Dragon solo work yet, but I have a feeling I'll like it because the song was good.
I'm pretty sure this song is the song that he won like Song of the Year for in one of the things this month. Was Too Bad, I'm pretty sure.
And then last of our singles-ish, we got some fresh BTS drop-ish. Jungkook released a Christmas song cover. I didn't realize that this song was called the Christmas song. But yeah, it's a very popular, like...
It's like a classic
Christmas
song.
Yeah, notable Christmas song, and it was just him singing, and like there was no music video. It's just like over a single photo or whatever on YouTube. So sure, fine.
Yeah, I mean it sounded great. It was nice to hear like a fresh song from them, but like it was pretty slow also. I feel like if you're somebody that watches like lives and stuff, you've probably already heard him sing like so much, because I'm pretty sure he sings all the time on his lives. So it's like probably not that fresh, but it was nice for us because we don't really watch them.
Okay, but then we also got this month and a little bit into our current month, January, but the remaining of the In Your Fantasy solo music videos. We did it, guys. They're all out now.
They're all out now.
Take a look. What's your favorite?
It started, well, the wrap-up started with Jungho's solo for...
To Be Your Light?
Oh, Jungho's solo for his song To Be Your Light. It was fun. It was a cute video. I did think it was a cute video because it's like clearly about like growing up and like with your friends and like growing apart, coming back together. It was really cute.
He wants
but
to be
like
with his bros again.
that, well, they got halfway through, he's like walking on this bridge, and it's like definitely like the exact shot from I Need You where J-Hope like dies on the bridge. And like after that happened, I was like, that's all I could think about is just J-Hope like bleeding or like dying on the bridge where he's like singing this beautiful ballad.
Yeah, you put a screen cap in our notes here, and as soon as I read your note, that's 100% it. Yeah, there's no doubt, and it's just the aerial view of that, 100%, 100%. And my other note was actor Jungho is so back.
Yeah.
He did some acting in this. It wasn't just a straight singing music video. It was very nice. It had like this like orange like nostalgic style filter over it, which very much lends to the theme of wanting to be with your bros again, you know, just growing up, you grow away from some of your friends. It kind of reminds me of Sungmin's song he did too, one of his solo songs with Stray Kids. I forget. I forgot what it's called, but yeah, I think it was on Hop.
That's true. That's
true. But good. Jungho.
Great job,
killing
Jungho.
I feel like that's always your sign off for Jungho. Great job, Jungho. Great job. It is a great job. I'm not denying that either. Well, and then we got on, I think it was Boxing Day, so December 26th. I think that's what I wrote. Anyway, Hong Joon came out with NO1. I always I haven't listened to the song in a while, and I realized I really like the song. I do like the song, so it's cool to listen to it again. And his orange hair it looks great. He looks great in this music video.
Yeah, I said hair looks great, forehead out. I was hoping that when I listened to it, I'd be like, oh, I love this song, but I still was kind of just like, it's fine.
Yeah, I really did like it. And he also has a shorts moment in this music video. Okay, legs out. And they had this like kind of very cool, interesting editing style in the music video where they kind of had, the best way to describe it is like 80s, 90s, like overlay of like lettering. It was cool. I liked it.
Yeah, I thought the video itself was like really fun.
And he was like dancing in the street or whatever.
Yeah. It took me till like way too late to realize that like his tattoo and his name on Instagram is No One Like Me or whatever, and it's like NO1.
Yes,
that's what the song is called, NO1.
Yes.
I was thinking it was like number one, but I was like, no, it's literally like the first part
it's
of
him.
his like, thing.
It's his like, brand. Oh. Yeah. Girl.
It took me way too long to put that together.
It's absolutely his whole brand. Yeah. So.
Yeah, and then I guess the one, I didn't really hear this line when I listened to the album, but when I was watching the music video, there's like a part where he says, got the girls feeling holy. I was like, whoa. Whoa.
Well, now, on to the last music video.
Last but not least.
So this is an interesting, so Songhwa Skin. Now, this music video is what I was more expecting for Sun to do in Korea.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that vibe.
Definitely. But
now Songhwa's doing it, which, hey, he looks great. For the most part.
I mean, the visuals were pretty insane in the video. I actually saw a lot of people analyzing it after, and there's if you look for it, I guess, or if you want to see it in this way, there's a lot of like referencing to like gender neutral or like switching between genders, because like there's literally a part where there's like girl dancers and he's on one side and there's like literally a line and he literally like toes the line and then crosses over to where the girls are.
Ooh.
And like he does that kind of like in his like fashion or whatever, where he like goes between masculine and feminine and stuff. Like I saw these people analyzing it and I was like, whoa, okay, we're out here.
Okay. No, that is very interesting. No, I'm just like, my mind is processing that now.
Yeah, like if a lot of the video is kind of like about that, like he's sometimes dancing like with, and he like dresses like the way the girls are or similar to them, or he's opposite to the way they are, like.
Okay, well, a lot to think about that, but well, it kind of makes sense because one of the things I wrote was He has like a at the beginning of the episode. He's like a chunk of skin he rips off his back of his neck too, and he likes to. But like I can see where it's like in this theme of like shedding a skin to become another person, which we haven't talked about yet. But the end of the music video has a bit of a twist that we weren't expecting. It's like, yeah, becoming this different person, or like you. And I really like the set too. It looks like he's in like the beginning part. He's in like a sack of skin, basically.
Yeah, true.
It's like red, like, and he's wearing all white. But then the other notable moment for me, he's wearing like all black like long pants, and just like it's not a tank top, but like arms out.
Mm-hmm.
Great, that was great. Then there's another outfit towards the end.
Yeah, like halfway through, or maybe like 2/3 of the way through, it cuts to like a totally different like look, and he literally looks like the Joker, and like it cut to that, and I was like, what? Like it just like took me out of the videos.
Yeah, it's like he's wearing a full snake skin suit, like pants, suit jacket, and like a, I want to say my memory reminds it purple shirt. I can't remember what his inner shirt is, but anyway. And then the makeup, yeah, is very like you can't distinguish it other than Joker in my mind.
Yeah, like his lipstick is like literally smeared into like the smile, and his eyes are like black, or like all like smeared around his eyes. I was like, what is going on?
And he like becomes more unhinged in his like mannerisms, like he's like doing like the
Yeah, it's like a turn for sure.
Well, I think at least how I didn't know about that analysis prior to like the gender bending stuff, but to me that this part of the music video was he steps out of his skin, like again that's why it says snake skin, because you're shedding your skin, so he's revealing his true form, which is whatever this is. So like he's letting himself be his authentic self. I don't know, that's the interpretation I got, but why it's a Joker is his authentic self, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like I feel like when we've been going through like older stuff or like anything, like there just seems to be like this obsession with the Joker in K-pop, and
yeah.
like when I saw that I was just like, man, we're still on this Joker thing, like that's not done. Like I thought that was like an old thing that we were just like catching up on.
He's unhinged.
People are still obsessed.
That's funny because like a couple nights ago I sent you a BigBang performing at one of these Gayo Daesungs, and it was Top literally cosplaying as
that's what
the
I mean,
Joker.
and like that's an old video, so like this
Yeah.
is like old obsession with the Joker, but like it's not old, it's still relevant. People are still obsessed.
I'm sensing that you find the Joker cringe.
I mean, the Joker is cringe. Like we've always, like you have to admit that that's always been kind of the vibe. Think about anyone that you grew up with, like in high school, that was like, I love the Joker. You're like, ew, yeah.
I mean, okay,
I'm
yes.
not trying to say that I didn't go through a Joker phase too.
You literally
Everyone
have,
did,
sure.
but like, it's still cringy.
Well, let's not get into a deep analysis on the DC character, the Joker, because his character himself, the actual character.
The comic is different, but like, you know.
That's fine. Yes, anyone that likes the Joker, like,
It's like, I look up to the Joker. I
yeah. That capacity, yes, I will agree with you.
Anyway, it was a weird choice at the end, but overall, it was like the visuals were stunning in the video, which is to be expected.
I know. And I love when they like let him be his true tanned beauty too.
But that wraps up Inner Fantasy era, because they've already announced their next comebacks in February, so we're into a new era.
Really? Oh my gosh, Golden Hour
Like
is
new
done.
hour, yeah, new era for sure, because that was Golden Hour 3, so this will be a whole new trilogy, maybe?
Yeah, that's usually how they do it. Damn, that's nuts. We've done it. We've been through a whole trilogy with them. We kind of came.
True.
Well, yeah.
I mean,
we
Golden
came.
Hour Part 1 was out when we started.
It was out.
But that work is off Golden Hour Part 1, and that was the song that got me into Ateez. So literally got into Golden Hour Part 1, and then the second drop was Part 2, was what we saw live.
First album I ever bought, Golden Hour Part 1, and Stray Kids Go Live at the same time. But
so we did we did one trilogy.
Ah,
We're real
exciting.
Ateez. I think we can upgrade from baby Ateez to
To
teenager
fully
Ateez.
That pretty much wraps up all the singles we saw, and then we have like one. Yeah, I
We
guess
have
it's
one
just the one
album.
album. Like you say, it's
Yeah.
a single album, but what a single album. Okay, we're gonna talk
Obsessed.
about it. It is Daesung of Big Bang. Daesung released Hando Chuga. So
I
funny.
think it's Hando Chogwa.
Chogwa. Pardon me.
I think.
Hando Chogwa.
Don't quote me on that, but I think it's pronounced Chogwa.
I think it's Chogwa.
It had 3 songs on it. I don't remember. I didn't write down the names of the other 2, but the single song with the music video was Hando Chogwa.
Yeah, Hando Chogwa, One Rose, Better Alone.
Mm.
But yeah, the main song on it. I listened to the other 2. They were all I wrote Better Alone was nice slow vibe, and then I didn't write anything for One Rose.
Yeah, I just thought the other 2 songs were fine. Like they were both like on the softer or slower side, if I remember. But like the absolute like banger out the gate was Hando Chogwa. Like
What
it
an
like
insane...
it probably instantly shot to like my favorite song. Like I was like,
Oh my
boom, I'm in,
gosh.
I'm in. At least for now, in this time
Yeah.
era, is my favorite song. And it's a trot song. Just
Okay, this is what I
FYI
wanted to like
for everyone.
discuss with you was, is this, like, I don't know if you know the answer, but is this what trot is? Like this over the top,
Yeah.
like,
That's my understanding is like you can have soft trot as like slower song trot as well, but like upbeat trot songs are like this.
and like, is the thematically usually so ridiculous, or is that just like Daesung?
I think so.
Okay.
That's my understanding is that it's kind of like this like he's wearing these like kind of like silly flashy suits in the videos
looks
and like
so
doing
good,
these
though.
like funky like dances and stuff and like that's my understanding of like upbeat trot music.
That's amazing because yeah, it's wild. He's so funny. He just like naturally has a very natural like comedic presence, and it was amazing. But yeah, we should mention Hando Chogwa means exceeding the limit in Korean. So like in the theme of the music video, like you're exceeding your credit card limit, like
Yeah, like the whole thing of it is that he like can't pay, like his credit cards are all maxed or whatever. Yeah, no, I think both like separately we were both like he's so fucking funny. Like after
So
we'd seen the
funny.
video, he's so funny.
he's so wild, and it reminds me of, we would see some clips came through the algorithm early on that I didn't fully know who he was, but now I get it because he does a show, I guess. Anyway, he had Yuno and Mingi on at one point. He just like had them on his lap, and he was like going like crazy. Oh, whoa!
Yeah, that's his like YouTube show is called Zip Daesung and like yeah, he has like people on there. But like I was telling you too, I watched he had Minho on and like the whole time he's like shaking him. Like every time he laughs he like grabs his body and like starts like rocking him back and forth and like I know that like Daesung is older, but to me it seemed like Minho gives a more mature vibe. So like watching him just like shaking this like grown man, I was like, bro, chill.
He loves life. What can you say?
I know he's
okay?
like so like it's a high energy thing, but it's not like an annoying like.
No, he's so endearing. Like it's just it feels
Yeah.
so. That's what I got from this music video. I'm like, it's so fun. You're in this moment and you're just so happy you like watching this. But we should also mention, yeah. So the music video, like you said, he has these like old Scott, like what 70s almost styled suit.
Yeah.
Like I can't describe. And he's got gorgeous orange hair too. Very nice, like longish, mid-length.
It's kind of like a mullet, like a pure mullet almost.
And we have to obviously make a note that in the music video, he's on a date. It's with Sana from Twice.
Yeah.
And I think they even like say her name in it. He's like,
yeah,
oh, Sana,
I think
Sana.
when it first started, I was like, oh, that girl looks familiar, and I like looked it up, and I was like, oh, it's Sana from Twice, and then like I hit play again, and he was like, Sana-chan or whatever. I was like, oh, I guess I could have just waited.
Yeah. So, and then in the music video, they're on a date, and he goes to pay, but he tries 3 credit cards, it doesn't work, and then it's the full like dance sequence of thing, and then you find out at the end he was actually fell asleep, I guess.
And his girl paid for the date.
Yeah,
so...
Santa from Twice, never heard of her, paid for it, so it was great. I really enjoyed it.
I kept seeing that like G-Dragon helped write the song, but then on Spotify it didn't have him listed, so I was like, oh, maybe not. But then I saw, I think Daesung might have had like a concert or something recently that G-Dragon was also at, and he like fully said like he helped me make this song. So I was like, okay, Spotify's lying to me. So I googled it, and it does seem like he co-wrote and co-produced it, but maybe just not to the level that Spotify recognizes, I guess. But either way, he had a hand in it. He's still helping his members out with banger songs.
And I absolutely love this. You talked a bit about Trot in the Big Bang episode that's out. You should take a listen. And I respect Daesung a lot for putting this into the modern sphere, because I think it's like a really old school Korean form of music, but it's very Korean, like it's a very Korean specific thing. So it's really cool to see someone very popular trying to bring it back into the modern forefront. So
it's interesting because he's like, I guess, mostly popular in Japan also. Like it's just interesting that like such a classic Korean style is like so accepted for them, I guess. That he can actively do that. I mean, I don't think all of his albums are chart, but enough of them. I listen to it so much in December. Like every time I open Spotify, I like start with this song. It's so good. It's such a vibe.
We love Daesung in this family, and yeah, it was a wild trip. It was very different, which I can very much appreciate it. And yeah, that time of year too, it was a beautiful shining light at this.
It almost feels like music to listen to around Christmas as well. Like just like that kind of like old style, I guess. It kind of fits in with like an old Christmas music a little.
I can see what you're saying, yeah.
Like, and New Year's music. It kind of seems like New Year's music.
Yeah, that's... Because even, like, his suit styling felt very, like, New Year's Eve style. Anyway.
Okay, I think he was wearing, like, a gold sparkly jacket at one point. I'm like,
I think it was black. It was black with silver pinstripes. That was sparkly. But maybe gold, too. But that one I remember specifically. It was, like, black. And his, like, pants were, like, super high-waisted. Anyway.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10, we love you, Daesung. But that pretty much wraps up all, like, the music releases.
Yeah.
But we got a lot to still discuss with just some notable things. Like, endless BTS lives happened.
Oh my god, it was crazy. It's like every 3 days something was happening.
But also... just a brief thing. We both watched Are You Sure? Season 2 came out and finished completely in December.
10 out of 10.
It was great. Yeah.
If you got Disney Plus, you gotta watch it.
Now, I will say overall, for me personally, I really liked it, but it is quite slow, I will say. It is a slow vibe. It is.
I mean, to me, it basically that's like what all of their like travel variety shows are like. They're all like that. They're like kind of like longer, like usually like an hour, hour and a half, and it's just them just like walking around and eating, and then like every once in a while doing an activity. So it was kind of like the same as the other stuff. So if you thought that was like kind of boring, then you probably won't like the other ones.
Did I say boring? I just said slow. Okay, because there were great moments for sure. No, I was just gonna say, yeah, I'm not that, my arc with Jimin has been insane, because he is, you said this, like, I go back, I forget, it's probably one of our first 5 episodes, I would say, but you mentioned he's the cutest man in the world, and I was like, he's okay. I'm like, no, he is the cutest man in the world. No, especially after watching that, he has that, paragliding, scene. He was so cute. He was the most precious man in this world.
I know, I'm saying. He's the cutest. A lot of, like, really great Jimin Jungkook moments. A lot of, like... I mean, the ass is crazy.
And we finally get, like, a kind of again, I kind of obsessed with how Jungkook's not really revealing his new tattoo like in any formal fashion. He's just like, it's here, you can just deal with it whenever you see it. But there is a full moment where you see, it's like for the first time I saw it in media where it's just fully revealed. He had his whole arm out, full upper sleeve out. Okay, we're here, we see it. So
I thought it was cute too. There were a lot of like little vocal cameos from members as well. Like they called J-Hope once or twice, and they called Jin. I thought that was cute too. So fun to like, hear
it was
them.
great. It was nice to see that of them together. And this is where I, like, this is my first era into BTS, so that was overstimulating the two of them together. I don't know what's gonna happen when we have all the seven of them together, which happened.
I mean, we got blasted by OT7 lives, and like every time I was seeing it, I was like, it's enough. I can't.
It's enough. It's too much. It is too much. I don't even think I watched any of the ones at Christmas and New Year's because only the clips. Again, it's too much. It's too overstimulating for me.
Like we got one like in June, and then it was just like single, maybe like 2 or 3 together, whatever, like randomly throughout the year. And then it was like December 12th, they did a live in the studio, in their practice studio, all 7 of them. And then December 6th, December 16th was the live.
December 12th, we got like a photo of all 7 of them, and we're like, oh my god, we're losing it. And then, on the 16th, they actually did a live with them all in the studio. And then
they did lives on Christmas Day, on New Year's Eve. Like, the Christmas Day one, I was like, oh, this is so cute, because it was like in the practice studio one, they were like, oh, we should come back at the end of the year and do like an official, like a regular one, which is where they usually like sit at the table and like have food and like whatever. And I was like, oh, that'd be so cute, we can finally see it. They did it. I like barely had time to watch it because I was not home before New Year's Eve, and then like another one came out. I was like, oh my god, I barely finished the last one.
I couldn't even watch them because they were too much. I saw clips,
the New Year's Eve one was cute. It was like they did like countdown or whatever. They were at Namjoon's house, and it was just kind of funny because they were like climbing all over his couch, and he was like, my couch.
I was like, I just bought this sofa. I just bought this. No respect for their Leonardo.
Yeah, seriously. Like I kept seeing all these compilations where they're like bare feet standing on his couch and stuff. I'm like, that's crazy.
And then the last live we need to talk about on December 28th, Yogi, Suga, Augustine went live for the first time in 2 years. And he had his little cutie cat, Tang.
Yeah, his cat's name is Sol Tang, which means sugar in Korean.
I
I
love
know, I was
that.
like, whoa, on brand.
Also, you have a very interesting habit of visiting and being in the airport when a very significant live happens.
I know, it's like, when I was there in June, the day that I was leaving, when I got to the airport, it was the first OT7 live, and I was like literally sitting in the airport lounge like, is anyone seeing this? Like, but then this time, like we hadn't left the hotel yet, but I like woke up and like saw the notification, and I was like, I have to leave, what the fuck? It was only like 20 minutes long though, so I did watch it before we left, but I was like, I don't, like, it just, like, shocked me. I was like, as if, what is this? I don't understand.
It was a classic Yoongi live, too, just staring at the camera and chatting with the comments, but then, he brought Tong out, and so cute. And there one point where he's, like, giving aggressive butt slaps to Tong, just like, and everyone's running with that meme. It is pretty funny, though. I do love that little section. I only say aggressive because it was loud, but I know cats love butt slaps.
This cat like just kept coming back over and over.
Yeah,
and
he was like,
show yourself to the people.
So cute. I loved it. And of course, also the fandom was like, oh, the black cat has a black cat. Ah. So.
It was so cute. I was like, oh my god, this is crazy.
Glasses too. He's got some glasses on. Looking again, he looks amazing. Like he doesn't even look like none of these men look like they've ever aged. either.
I know, like, they've been out for, like 6 months or whatever. Like, I guess your hair can grow pretty fast, but I just, like, his hair looks like he never even cut it.
Oh, true. Yeah.
I'm
Well,
like, this
yeah.
looks like the same. Like,
I wonder if it's also different though in public service too, because he did public service. So I don't know. Maybe if they have
I don't
as
know.
strict.
but,
I
like,
don't
they
know.
all are like, even, like, Jimin and V also, like, their hair, it's not long, but it's, like, back to what it was. Like,
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
seems like no time has passed.
Okay.
It was just, like, a lot in December, and I was like, and this is them, like, gearing up for their comeback year, because they keep saying, like, oh, 2026 is going to be our year or whatever, and I'm like, this is them, like, easing everybody into it, and there was, like, 4 lives in 1 month, and I was like, good lord. And those are just the ones that I watched. I know that the other, like, I'm sure that
members are
JK
still
was
up,
also
yeah.
live, and V was probably also live.
Namjoon was live for sure.
Oh yeah, I did watch a little bit of his.
Yeah, it's just funny. He was so funny. It's like, what, you want to be in a car with me?
And he was like, everyone was like, outfit check, and he was like jumping around, like, outfit
yeah.
check, whatever.
He was so cute. Oh, I love him. Anyway, that's BTS. Stay tuned, because my god, we know they've released their, when their new album's coming out. The tour announcements are coming. We're overwhelmed, but we're prepped. We've got ARMY memberships, so we're ready. We are going to see them.
We're ready.
QJ also maybe or maybe not has an ARMY bomb. Stay tuned for a future episode. You might hear about it. Okay, so we have a few big music shows that occurred in the December. One of them was the MMAs, the Melon Music Awards, not to be confused with the Mamas, which I very much have. I think it was the Melon Awards last year where that crazy Ateez performance where they were in all white and ascending from the ceiling. I think that was the these ones. Anyway, this is where EXO came back, and they are so back. So and I was seeing so many people like reacting in the audience, like idols reacting, being so overwhelmed by them being back too. And it's so funny how time works in K-pop because they haven't been gone that long. Like it was like where are we, 2026 right now? I think 2024, 2023 was when their last album came out.
I think they have this thing where, like, because there's so many members, and like I feel like every time they come back, it's like which variety of members is going to be in the group that they can just kind of like, they don't, like, when they are doing their service or whatever, they don't necessarily have to stop making music. They can just be like, we're OT whatever because this guy's gone right now.
Yeah.
But they have the ability to kind of like just keep making music. Kind of, it feels like an NCT vibe almost, where it's like they can just do it anyway because there's so many of them.
Yeah, but exactly. So it just didn't seem like I do understand the gravity of EXO coming back. Like I do get that. Like I get it's a big deal. But yeah, people were just like crying in the or like being very overwhelmed by them being back. But I will say they were back though. Like I watched the performance. They were like looked like they were having a really good time. Like they were having fun up there all together. So yeah, it's great. But yeah, they performed Wolf, which was like Wolf and Growl are from their first album, so that's cool to see that they performed that. Monster and Love Shot, which we all know
You
about.
know how we feel about Monster and Love Shot.
And yeah, it was cool. It was I think Love Shot specifically was kind of more of like a dance solo between Kai and Sehun, so it was cool. It's very interesting how they built up. But then the biggest thing, they ended on Back It Up, which I believe there's some research I was doing, is their new single that, well, hasn't been released or anything, but everyone's suspecting that it's going to be on their new album, and what a banger. So you were saying you wanted a banger EXO, that's it. So
I didn't get a chance to watch the live thing. I meant to do it, but I ran out of time. But I'll wait for the album.
You'll like it, okay? And oh yeah, they had a like a pre-roll to their performance, and yeah, I guess their segment was called embark on the beyond.
When I was looking up the MMAs, like every performance set had like a title to it, and I was like, what?
I know. When I was doing some research on these shows as well, they all have, each show has its theme too. Theme, quote unquote. Sure. It was so funny. I was looking back at some of the other ones. Some of them would be called, like, it's called Cool. The theme is Cool. You're, all right, sure. But the wildest thing that we heard about the EXO performance is Dio was there on the red carpet, but then there was a wedding happening of his friend. I forget who it is right now. The name of the actor.
Wonbin or Woonbin? He's a K-drama actor.
Yeah, he was an actor.
Woonbin?
And his wedding, it's funny because we got like we follow like a couple of like news, quote unquote news accounts on Instagram. It was like, oh, Dio will not attend the wedding to this.
Like breaking news,
guy.
he's not going to make the wedding. Okay.
We're like, okay. So during the performance, he gets there on the red carpet, leaves. It's like an hour drive away. Goes there, basically goes, yo, what up? I made it. Hey, love you. Okay, bye. Drives an hour back. Boom is on stage performing, and you wouldn't have. He was killing it. And vocally, dancing. It was insane. So, all right, pop off EXO again. Pop the heck off.
He has that like vibe with like how V has his like actor friends that he's like super close with. I think that's the same thing. There's like 3 of these actors that I always see together, like one of them being Dio, that must have been in something or some things or whatever, but they do like variety shows and stuff together too. It's like similar vibes. So I guess like it kind of makes sense where people are like, oh my god, he's not gonna be there, and then he's like, no, I am gonna be there. It's my best friend.
Yeah, and I think he is the one that's dabbled in acting the most out of EXO too. I feel like
I've not really seen the other people. I'm sure they've been in something.
Yeah,
he's the only one that I've seen that has like he has a show mostly because he has a show. I think this year he had something. Yeah, some of the like significant winners from the MMAs was obviously G-Dragon again. He won 3 out of the 4 Daesungs for album, artist, and song of the year. But song of the year for him was Home Sweet Home, which is off of his album from this year, but it features Taeyang and Daesung. So like basically a Big Bang song. Like, isn't that just Big Bang?
Okay.
And the 4th Daesung was Jennie, I'm pretty sure. But I guess this year he won like 10 awards this year. He won like a bunch of like minor ones. Huntrix won, Rose. I thought Ed Sheeran won Best Pop Artist. And I was like, what?
I saw that as well, and
I mean, it's just the music awards. It's not like specific to Korea.
And I'm like, does he even release music? I guess so. I'm not really so much into
I have no idea. I mean, he must have released something this year, but I was like, this is so like the only Western artist on this whole thing. Like, sure.
Ed Sheeran, sure, yeah.
Happy Birthday one, Jennie, all that stuff. I thought the MMAs was interesting because it was like a totally different like spread of artists. Like there was no Ateez, no Stray Kids here, and like, none of the members of BTS. Like how in Mama there was still like Jin and J-Hope and stuff. It was like a totally different like spread. Like Boy Next Door won 4 awards. Rise, All Day Project, Hearts, Kiki, NCT Wish, Plav, I don't know how you say that.
Plav, yeah, which.
But like it's just like it was a random spread compared to like the Mama award. That's like thought that was kind of like fascinating. I mean, this is good because everyone gets like a chance or whatever, but. Interesting. Like I just was so intrigued that like there was no Stray Kids here, no Ateez.
I saw your list here too, and that was very interesting as well. And yeah, again, this is where award shows are so bizarre to me because what is even? I think you broke it down here. Like they also have their own categorization of digital sales, online voting, and panelists. But it's like, how do you even get nominated? Like how do you even whatever? It's all weird.
Yeah, I was like, that's why I thought it was like interesting. Like, how did these people get chosen? Like, not that Stray Kids needs awards. I'm not trying to say that, but it's just like, how did they not get chosen for any like
for anything?
I was like, this just seems weird, but
Nothing? Yeah, so whatever. Well, that was the. Oh, and the only other thing that was so funny, yeah, G-Dragon G-Dragon did not buy anything. Not the awards. He had a photo of all of the MMA awards, like stacked.
yeah.
They are hideous awards, by the way. They are like just a very like neon green block.
Yeah.
So, but good, pop off, G-Dragon, of course. Okay, and then we kind of dig more. So that was an actual award show, but now we're gonna dig into more of there's two big ones that I noticed of music fest. They're called Gayo Daesungs, if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but they're basically translation is like music festival or battle of the bands. So, and both of these, so there was one on Christmas called the SBS Gayo Daesung, and on New Year's Eve, MBC Gayo Daesung. I don't know why they're spelled differently, but anyway, two different networks, same deal. They both at one point were award shows, and now they're just more music festivals. So we'll start with the SBS one, but they have 2 seasons for this one, summer and winter. The winter one this year was called the Golden Loop. Again, I don't know what any of this means, but it is an annual music festival televised by the Seoul Broadcasting System, CBS, or SBS. CBS is the Canadian one. Canadian broadcaster. So I'm assuming that one is like the CBC of...
The CBC of Korea.
Yeah. Anyway. It's held at the end of each year, features performances, and sometimes includes award ceremony, although it has evolved, as we mentioned. Also this year, Young K hosted. Ever heard of him? With Jaemin of NCT Dream and An Yoo-ji of IVE. And also, I just thought this was so interesting. She's hosted for the last 4 years. She started in 2022, which means she was 19 when she started hosting. I just, like, the amount of pressure these young people are under. You're just hosting one of the biggest fucking award shows.
I think about, like, when you're in high school and you have to do a presentation to, like, 25 people and you're, like, sweating buckets.
Exactly.
You're 19 doing it to, like, 10, 20,000, like...
And, like, not just, like, people in your industry that you want to impress, but I guess she's done a great job because she's done it for the last 4 years. Yeah, so, good for her. But I just was so impressed by that. And then in just some other notable other hosts in 2022, she also hosted with Key from SHINee and Yunwoo from Astro. And then in 2023 to 2025, summer, like the summer one, she hosted with Yeonjun of TXT and Do Young of NCT 127. So
I feel like I gotta get into Astro.
I know.
Like,
I know.
He's like best friends with everybody. He's in service right now, which is like kind of a bummer, but like still, he's like friends with Bangchan, friends with Jungkook. He's friends with everyone, and like Astro, Astro's Moonbin, if I'm not mistaken. So we have heard one song by them, which was like a beautiful song. But I'm like, I gotta get into Astro. I need to know who this Enwoo guy is. They
gotta be on the list of 2026 because also, for me, for Yunmo, he's always the June choice in those birthday month posts. He's always a June choice, so I guess he's destined for me.
we gotta know who this guy is.
We gotta know who he is. Okay, so, but yes, he's also hosting. He does everything. He hosts. He does all this. Okay, so some performances. I watched some of these performances. So some notable ones that we would that we know of. Le Sserafim performed Spaghetti. It's very interesting performances. They have like kind of a weird intro where they were all, them and the backup dancers were all sitting like kind of like on a bleacher, and they all like had a magazine of each of their faces. They would open it, and interesting. I'm like, I don't know what this
Okay.
has to do with. It was very odd, but anyway. It was a weird, again, some of these award ceremonies have weird sound mixing, because I've noticed at least on the ones I heard on YouTube, but it sounded like the backing sound was very low, so you really heard a lot of their vocals, like, clearly. Yeah, it was an interesting choice. Not that they sounded bad, but you could just hear them, like, breathing through their singing while they were dancing. So...
That's how you know it's live, okay?
I know. Yeah, no, I agree. Like, I wrote the mics were on. You can hear it, so... But it's just an interesting choice, because you don't hear that often, where it sounds more, quote-unquote, more raw, I guess. But they also had drag queens on stage at one point, which I thought was awesome. So that was cool. So, yeah, overall, their performance was pretty good. Interesting choice. And then Stray Kids performed. This was the performance where they were wearing, like, their white cowboy fits. And this was, like, the first reveal of short, blonde Bangchan, which I know you're not a fan of, but I obviously am, so...
Like, his long hair was so good that when he chopped it up like that, I was like, why did you do that? What have you done? I like him with the long hair. I like when they have the long hair.
He's gorgeous, so whatever. Don't. Yeah, so my major notes here too were, again, the sound was very low, so you just heard their pure vocals, and then Hyunjin does like a growly portion of his chorus. I was like, oh. Oh my god, I screamed aloud at one point, because Bangchan started with a jacket on, and at one point it's just gone, and his arms out, and I was like, where did his jacket go? But anyway, and I think this was also the first reveal of orange-haired IN. This is the first time we saw him with that. Anyway, great performance. So they did ceremony. They started with ceremony, and they did do it as well. So Ateez performed as well. We had another aura moment of Hongjoong descending from the ceiling. So some other notable performances were Yeonjun, Cordes did a Christmas song, Youngkook covered John Legend's Bring Me Love, Chanyeon from ITZY, how do you...
I don't know, I think it's Chaeryeong?
Okay.
Chaeryeong?
From ITZY, covered Sabrina Carpenter, TXT were there, The Boys, and that was that one. But then, we also had on New Year's Eve, MBC's music festival, the MBC Gayo Daesung. Again, similar to the SBS, it is the MBC, so Minho Broadcasting Corporation. It's the same version, end of year. It started in 1966, and they did have awards, but it shifted away after 2005. There's some brief tea here that I'll spill. They stopped giving awards in 2005 since artists boycott the previous awards in 2004. Ever since that moment, it's been renamed the MBC Gayo Daesung. But I didn't dig any further, but I'm like, I don't know why they boycotted, and I'd be very curious.
I wonder who won in 2004 that every artist was like, hell no.
No, I know. So maybe we'll look into it later. But, and also another fun fact with hosting, Yuna of Girls' Generation has been one of the hosts since 2015 up until last year. So she did it almost for a decade. An extra fun fact, she also hosted one of the I think a couple years in a row with Junho of 2PM, which was her co-star in King of the Land. They were lovers in that show. So cute.
Whoa.
Yeah, cute.
Whoa.
They have some chemistry. But this year was hosted by Minho, as well as Hwan Minhoon of 101 and New Est, and Annie of All Day Project. And another interesting note, the 101 is that band that was created out of Produce 101, which we discussed with One Us, how One Us got kind of started, and Kan Hee of One Us was in the top 35. So, and I also saw recently 101 is actually having like a comeback or a comeback concert or something.
I think I saw that too.
So,
yeah, I think I saw that too.
Anyway, so that's that. And then, yeah, the name for this one was cool. This is the whole theme of this. Cool. All right. Perfect.
It makes me think of like when you watch like the Met Gala stuff and they're like, this is the theme, and then you're like looking at all these like fancy fashion things and you're like,
Is it?
Is that the theme? I don't know. I'm not seeing the theme.
Yeah. So I also watched a few the performances of this as well. It's kind of interesting. They have a part 1 and part 2 performance. So I just don't know if it's like different I don't know how it works. But part 1 was Ateez, and they did a performance of The Real, which it was like the cowboy bar thing that we've seen a lot of their actual. I think this is actually what they performed live, like on their tour. It's what it looked like.
Yeah, I think I saw clips of that too, and I didn't know there was 2 different shows. I just assumed it was all one big music show. But I did see that the bar set or whatever made like a return from the Towards the Light tour or whatever.
Yeah,
it was called.
Yeah. So it felt like it was that whole performance. It was also really cool because they had the other part I really loved about the performance was they had the dancing lions, which is a very cultural aspect of New Year's for Koreans. I did a little, just tiny little bit of research on the dancing lions. They're very popular in a specific region called the Bukchon region, and they were supposed to expel evil spirits and attract good luck for the new year. So I don't know, just thought it was really cute that they added the lines. Okay, and also Jungkook and HJ had a dance break with the lions. Okay. It was cool. Anyway, very cool. Also in part 1, Cordis did a performance. They did a Deja Vu cover from TXT, and they did Fashion as well. So great. Then Yeonjun also did Talk to Me from his solo, and I thought it was really cool. I will give him credit for that. He brought up James and another guy from Cordis that to dance with him in that. Okay, let's bring up his juniors. The part 2 of the show was Ateez, and they did Lemon Drop and Ariba Django? I misspoke. So the first performance in part 1 that Ateez did, they were in their traditional hanbok, the hanbok dancing lines one. The second part was the cowboy one, so apologize there. Right. So the Lemon Drop and the Reba Django. So, okay, because, yeah, Mingy was in his Willy Wonka fit with his glasses, and the stage was completed out, and the cowboy fits, classic sand vest only look. So, yeah, so that was where that happened. And the Cordis came back again, and they did an Epic High cover, Fly, which I thought was...
Oh, yeah, I definitely heard that.
Respect, so I give them respect there, too. Fine. Minho came out and performed Tempo, and TXT did Beautiful Strangers, and another song I did not write, but they look gorgeous. This was when they wore the white, all white, they looked very angelic, and they had like feathers in their hair, they had bedazzled jewels all over, stunning, okay? Oh yeah, it was really cool. They had backup dancers that had like lights in their hands at one point too. Very cool. Anyway. Those were some of their performances. And then Stray Kids also did Thunderous and Divine. I think Thunderous was similar to the one we saw in concert, where it was more of a theatrical performance of Thunderous. But I'm pretty sure this was partially pre-recorded too, because in their performance, Felix comes out and he like puts his hand up, and then all the other members just magically appear in dust. Or like whatever. Not dust, but like mist, whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I know I saw like a lot of pictures of artists wearing those like traditional outfits and stuff, and like for me personally, the Ateez one was like fire. It was like tan and black, and there was like wave patterns on their outfits and stuff. And I was like, man, they look insane.
They look beautiful.
Yeah. Stunning.
And I always noticed this too. Even in traditional wears, Hongju will always wear pants. He'll never wear like a robe.
Wear like the long one?
No, never. Always pants. Same with Jungkook. Jungkook always looks the same too. He's always got this like classic look to him, which is great. But anyway.
I guess Salma is also wearing, like, he has a long robe over top, but it's definitely pants.
Always wearing pants, yeah.
But everyone else kind of has, yeah, I mean, they're all wearing pants, but like the rest of them seem to have like a long closed top part. Anyway, they look I loved the like kind of wave like motifs that were on some of their outfits. It's like, it was like stunning. Insane.
I love it. I love a classic traditional look. But I mean, that's December. We thought we had nothing to talk about, but these the end of year festivals were kind of nuts. So take a look. They're all on YouTube. Some of these performances.
One of the other things that we also got this year was another top announcement, maybe. Like right on the last day of the year, he had some kind of Instagram video where he was like writing a album title down on a piece of paper.
It was him too. It was his back of his head.
I mean, it was him, and he was writing words down, but like no date, no further information. But he's still teasing that comeback.
I know, it's crazy. I can't even process. We need it. We need it. But yeah, some notable comebacks to wrap it all up. So Jungkook of BTOB had a comeback. The album is called Unfold. The Boys, which we talked about, All Day Project. Woo Young of 2 PM. Hyo of Girls' Generation. Taeyoung of Girls' Generation. Yuna of Girls' Generation. Do we sense something's happening for Girls' Generation? I don't know. Time Tie released a song with Bam Bam. So they're giving each other collabs. Illit. Oh, not cute anymore. Oh, I didn't realize. Okay. That song is popping off. People won't stop singing that song.
Oh, really? I'm not sure. I probably have heard it.
Yeah, you probably definitely have. And then Some of the Boys had a solo release.
I listened to Jungkook's album because we talked about him a lot, and I was like, let me just see what the vibe is here. It was like a full album, though. It was like 10 songs or something.
Oh.
I was expecting a lot of ballads, but he does have a good mix of like upbeat songs. There were quite a few good ones that I ended up adding to my list. Greatest Moment, I think, is like the single off of it, which was like a pretty epic ballad. But overall, it was like fine. It was fine.
Okay, good. Good.
And then I listened to the Time Tie song also.
I meant to watch this because I kept seeing promo shots of it. I'm like, Bama looks great. So
I didn't know there was a music video, so I didn't watch it. I just listened to the song. But it was like they matched pretty well. Like it was giving like the same kind of vibe as Bam Bam song.
Perfect. I'll have to watch it. Well, that's it, guys. We did it. 2026 is gonna be insane.
Yeah. There's going to be a lot of big comebacks this year. We're probably going to have a lot of comeback episodes. Two-parters.
Well, yeah. Well, okay. We always have one a month, so.
There's going to be some two-parters for sure.
We know BTS is coming back. EXO's coming back.
We already know Ateez and Stray Kids both announced albums. BigBang.
Of course. BigBang. Potentially OT4.
Fingers crossed.
Those are just the big ones off the top of my head, but I'm sure there's going to be so many more.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
For sure. So stick around for that, and we'll always give you all the deets of comebacks every month. And for now, though, we'll catch you on the flip.
Bye.
Bye.